Today we're going to be putting the tonneau cover on the truck. Let's get it hauled outside. Now that we've loaded all the parts into the bed of the truck, I'm going to drive the truck into the backyard where there's hopefully some more shade. Unboxing this, I noticed one small problem. This got cracked in shipment. This is one of the prop rods that holds the tonneau cover up as it folds up. So we're gonna have to get a replacement part for this. Well, let's look at what came packed, all the pieces, parts in that little bag. Okay, these are the bumper seals right here to protect the top of the cab when the tonneau folds up. Here's the drain tubes to drain the water away, and here's the gasket sealant here to help water seal. But because we're going to end up with a spray-on bed liner on the truck, we may not be using this. And then here's the clamps to hold it down, and because we've got an 8-foot box on the truck, I've got the 2 extra clamps for the length. Let's read the instructions about how to put this thing together. It says to close the tailgate, so we're going to get the step down. Parts out of the way. Get that tailgate closed. Oh, look, I want to show you this. Look on the other side. See, this is how it came. It came mounted just like this. So some type of impact happened during shipment on that other side. It would be on the driver's side. This is the right side. So it was on the left side of the driver's side that had the damage. So I want to show you a little tip about putting this thing in, and these clamps, they go in a little bit different than I thought they did at first. And if you notice, there's these grooves right here, and there's a matching set of grooves inside that rail as well. And it's important that these grooves lock into that rail. It's also very important that these grooves stay on the bottom. These grooves, how they fit together, stay locked together. That's imperative in keeping this rack secure. Now that we've got the rails on, it's time to try to drop on the folding tonneau cover itself. So the instructions call to have these brackets mounted right here on this rail before we put it all together. It's got a couple of these sleeves right here and screws to tighten up with a manual screwdriver, and then it's got this weatherproofing seal to help make it watertight. And that's going to be really important to us because as we use this, a lot of things that are going to be stored in the bed of the truck need to be pretty much protected from all the elements: water, rain, hail, probably even snow as we go down the road. This goes up and through the hole, and this is threaded for this screw to go into. rubber gasket goes down there for water sealing, and the flat side, the short side, has to go to the front because there's a notch out in this clip holder. The screw down and in. Push it through and into the hole. There it goes. Let's go over to the other side. I want to show you the right side, or the passenger side, from a little different angle. So I've actually got you can see the GoPro set up right here, just like this. And I tried to have it set up on top of the cab of the truck to look straight down, to give you a straight down angle. And, well, I'll show you what happened. We're gonna try this side for more of a drop down angle. That's not gonna work. And obviously it dropped. Needless to say, I think this will be our angle for the second installation. One thing I am doing is I am installing this gasket, this rubber seal, on the tonneau cover itself instead of on the truck. It calls for it to be installed on the back of the bed liner. But because we're going to have a spray-on bed liner put on this, I talked to the folks who do the spray-on bed liner, and they really recommended I don't do that. Actually, they said I could, but they're just going to scrape it off anyway. So it became necessary for me to mount it on here. He said, the spray-on bed liner guy, the Rhino liner guy, said that if that's what they do anyway when they mount these tonneau covers on, is they just mount this rubber seal onto the back side. Now this is going to slide forward. There's a hole here and there's this slot right here, and then this bolt mechanism is going to drop through with this nut on the bottom to hold this whole thing in place, and then here's this rubber gasket to seal everything off. These bolts are what is going to hold the front of this down. It's a finger tight bolt. This unscrews like this. This is going to drop through here, and then it goes through this slot right here, and that lets it slide forward and backward to hold the front of this down, to lock everything in and together. From the top, this just drops in with this one rubber washer and drops right through into that slot, just like that. And then from underneath, we'll have the rubber gasket for the water seal, the metal washer for strength and stability, and then finally the lock washer to hold it all together. I guess this is finally, and then the nut to hold it all together. So let's put the other one on and we'll go inside and we'll tighten these up. Now we're going to hook up this rubber washer, the steel washer, the lock washer, and then the nut to this up here to tighten the whole thing together. And we don't want to tighten that really tight yet because we're going to want to maneuver this around a little bit to make sure that we're lined up all square and true so that this thing will fold and unfold properly. I think it's time now to double check the fit of this whole thing. As I look at this, I might want this to come a little bit further back for a little tighter seal. I think that I can slide this thing back a little bit further and have that seal up a little better on the tailgate. These rubber bumpers are going to stick to the back of this rail so that when it folds up, it doesn't damage the front of the cab. So let's look at where those need to be. Set that out of the way. Fold this up. It's going to come up and it's going to hit the glass right there in the center. Because of the curve of this is the only one we're going to need. I think we have this fully installed. These supports are here so that you can have this tonneau cover all the way up to give full bed access for any large items you would have. So I'm going to pull these down. These simply loosen. You turn these to loosen this. Lift this up. These come loose right here, and then this comes and snaps right into that holder. The same happens on this other side. We're just simply going to loosen this up, lift this up. It's hard to do with one hand because I've got the other hand holding the camera. And this snaps down into place, just like that one did over there. And then we're going to start lowering this down. Just like that. There's a rubber bumper we put on to protect the glass in the back of the cab. So let's fold this. Oh, I want to show you these too. These straps are designed in such a way that if you have this top folded back this far, you can then clip them into here and pull these straps taut, just like that, and then this will stay all secure. This top piece won't go flying around or anything on you. So let's undo that and put it back where it goes. I've got the other one stored away, so let's keep going with this. I should be on the other side. I am pretty profoundly right-handed, and I'm using my left arm for this. So we have the 8-foot bed. So this one middle section, the section that I just dropped down, does not have a latch where the others do. Simply they have these, you pull this cable and these things open up on both sides. This one will lock. Then they ask that you close the tailgate first. So let's get this done. Put this step away. Get this out of here. Close our tailgate. And then the last piece should just drop right down and seal rub against that back and give us a near, see there's fins right here to help seal that and give us a near watertight seal. Now, obviously we aren't lined up somewhere on this. Looks to me somehow this one is not wanting to drop into place. So let's open up this. Let's troubleshoot and see what's going on. This one dropped and locked into place. What's happening over here? Looks like, there it goes. This one just seems to want to rub a little bit for some reason. But that keeps us nice and tight. That seals, and that gives us a nice tight seal on that back. Again, what we got was the Gator. Let's look down at that. Can I get that? Gator, and it's the Gator, I believe XL is what it was. I'll put the link, or I'll put the name of it right on the bottom of the video so you can see for sure. Well, that's the installation of the tonneau cover for our Ford F-150 truck as we continue to prep for life on the road. As we've said before, Michelle and I are working towards full-time RV living. We're going to be taking this channel, Airstreamer, on the road, and also our Vintage Insight photography channel, traveling around the country doing landscape photography and maybe some portrait photography and just some overall experiences. We hope to take you along with us. I'm James Fisher for Airstreamer.life. Keep focused and stay riveted.